Hey, what's up, you guys? I apologize in advance if this recording is kind of scuffed. Um, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties with it all, but I hope it does come out fine because I do want to upload this. This is the deep dive video for the Wartable for Jane Foster, and I hope it's good. I don't know. This is the first bit of This is the first character they've had since Spider-Man, and the first character they've had on Xbox and PC since August, which was Black Panther. But yeah, I hope it's good. Anyways, let's just dive right in. And I'm doing this on PC instead of what I would usually do, which is on my Xbox, because since my last move around, I haven't set up my Xbox again, which would probably be the more convenient thing to do in this scenario, but I just simply didn't do it. Anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right in. I don't think this will have any issue for like a live stream. I hope I didn't
Jane Foster is the mighty Thor, for she is worthy. Assemble your team, Midgardians. The goddess of thunder has arrived in Marvel's Avengers. Our new hero, Jane Foster, is the mighty Thor. She is a ferocious force of nature with even more precise control of Mjolnir. She, like Odinson before her, is Thor. Her new twist on playing as a god of thunder means new team compositions and fresh co-op play. This allows original approaches to community events, endgame Omega-level threats, and raid challenges. Jane Foster is a gifted doctor known for her skills and compassion for others. But fate had an even higher calling for her as the legendary goddess of thunder, the mighty Thor. The story of Jane's epic transformation into the goddess of thunder originates from the iconic comics written by Jason Aaron. She first appeared as the goddess of thunder in issue 1 of 2014's Thor. After Thor Odinson becomes unworthy to wield his hammer, Mjolnir sits dormant on the moon. Many try to pick it up, but none are deemed worthy. Until Jane, who is battling cancer, hears Mjolnir calling out to her. Wielding the awesome weapon, she transforms into the mighty Thor. Her adventures continued in 2015's Mighty Thor series and 2019's War of the Realms, culminating in an epic conclusion of Jane's arc when she transcends mortality and is reborn as Valkyrie. In Marvel's Avengers, Jane, the mighty Thor, is torn from an alternate timeline through a rift in space-time caused by tachyon anomalies. In her alternate timeline, Jane became the goddess of thunder when Thor gave up Mjolnir after A-Day, stricken with grief over the tragedy and Jane's cancer diagnosis that followed. When Jane takes on the powers of Thor, her illness is held at bay. There's no going back to her normal life now. She must fight on as the mighty Thor.
And there isn't even going to be like a story extension for her. She's going to be in the game.
Jane's
like
mighty Thor possesses all the strength and power of a god of thunder and is a wielder of Mjolnir. Long years of watching Thor Odinson up close have allowed the good doctor to fight with Mjolnir like a natural-born god. However, Jane's relationship with Mjolnir isn't that of the son of Asgard, and she deploys the mighty hammer in ways that Odinson never did. Jane's unique talents with Mjolnir begin with All-Mother's blessing, her new unique intrinsic ability, and God Tempest, her new overcharge, inspired by the Elder God sealed within Mjolnir. All-Mother's blessing builds its overcharge meter with melee attacks and once full, unleashes her God Tempest, which increases ranged hammer damage and creates shockwaves with each hit.
Just has me upset.
All-Mother's blessing and God Tempest can be modified with mastery skills to boost damage, increase the strength of shockwaves, and improve intrinsic generation and duration. In her comics, Jane frequently shows more finesse with Mjolnir than the Odinson, and that shines through in several new features in her combat kit. This includes Quickfire, a new ranged attack combo that allows the mighty Thor to make a second, more powerful ranged attack by timing her next throw as she catches Mjolnir on its return. Jane's abilities, such as her ranged power attack, draw their inspiration from the epic combat in the comics. A great example of
actually
this is the
frustrated with
Seek
this.
and Pin upgrade to her ranged attack,
Okay, there's
which
some
empowers
differences,
Mjolnir
but
to
this
seek
wasn't
out and
worth
pin
waiting
enemies
this long
without
for a
needing to
character.
aim. Her masterful control even extends to melee strikes with Earth's finest, which adds a hammer toss to her light attack combo for extra reach. Jane also puts her own spin on classic Odinson moves like Headstrong. She relies on
A
her
couple
Thunder
distinct
Kick, a
differences,
brutal
okay.
front kick that sends enemies flying. The Mighty Thor's kit culminates in the All Weapon, her brand new ultimate heroic. Drawn from the pages of her Thor and Valkyrie runs, Jane sends Mjolnir to seek and destroy nearby enemy targets on its own. Meanwhile, she calls forth Undiarn, the All Weapon, to protect herself, reducing all damage taken while smiting her foes. The All Weapon has a full set of specializations and allows you to
basic camera
customize
moves are the same,
Mjolnir's
that's for
strikes,
sure.
making them faster and channeling powerful shock status against nearby enemies. Jane can even use
she's not
Mjolnir as a
complete
personal
Echo Fighter,
orbiting
that's good.
defense shield. The addition
all
of the
just
Mighty
ranking
Thor
now.
creates new team opportunities by adding a third flying warrior to the Avengers roster. Jane leans into Thor's lightning-driven kit while adding exciting new abilities like epic enemy obliteration with Undiarn. In addition to her awesome godlike combat abilities, Jane has a variety of outfits drawing inspiration from the comics.
Not bad.
Additionally,
The cosmetics are
Jane
not that
boasts
bad.
unique takedowns, emotes, and nameplates. She also has her own hero challenge card and mission
Obviously,
chain,
because
allowing
every
you
hero
to earn
does.
special rewards, including exclusive cosmetics and intel documents that delve deeper into Jane's story.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Goddess of Thunder brings fresh
I have a feeling
gameplay to
they're
Marvel's
gonna-
Avengers. Jane's Mighty
kind of
Thor
fresh
is an
gameplay.
unstoppable
Don't-
force of nature that new players and seasoned vets alike will want to
Don't
experience.
oversell yourself.
Our recent changes to the leveling flow in Update 2.3 and event rewards in Update 2.4 make gearing a new hero smoother and more rewarding than ever.
It
It's
seems
a
like what
great
they
time
might
to
end
jump
up
back
doing
into Marvel's
is
Avengers, so get your team together
heroes more
and call
frequently,
down lightning
but
on your foes.
Like, not doing as much to the story. Was that it? They also said they had a lot to show in this, and that they didn't really show much. Well, anyways, that was the Wartable. My thoughts. I don't know how to feel. All pretty much majority of the hammer basic attacks are the same. I've been playing Thor a decent amount lately, so they're in my head frequently. Her cosmetics look pretty good. I mean, considering I've been trying to do more with Thor lately, I probably will also play as Jane a good bit. I'll do similar stuff that I did with Spider-Man, get her to max gear level and such. That's probably what I'm going to be doing majority of tomorrow. Yeah, and I also plan on doing a video on her, or videos, depending. I don't know, probably only one like I did with Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm not really extremely hyped for her. She seems very similar to Thor with a couple distinct differences. But yeah, but it seems like that might be what they're trying to aim to do with characters now, instead of doing like big expansions, kind of like they did. Like the biggest one they did was with Black Panther, and then they had cutscenes and story for Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. But it seems like they might be putting their efforts more towards just gameplay in general. Like they just want to because they're trying to make things more frequently. They're cutting stuff like that out. I'm fine with that as long as the experience is fun. Because if two characters are very similar, like it seems on a somewhat of a level Jane and Thor are in a way, I kind of get very hesitant, and it honestly upsets me, because I'm okay with whatever character they add as long as their gameplay is distinct from all the other characters as well. It's especially with how long you wait, because we waited. There hasn't been a character in the game for around 6 months, so it's kind of frustrating when some of her stuff is very similar to Thor. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how I feel after playing as her tomorrow. It does seem like they aren't just making her an Echo Fighter. There is going to be some very distinct differences, especially look-wise, because she's a completely different character. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and peace.